I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty so they treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rolling from the cradle to the grave, yeah, yeah, yeah.
On my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, I'll let it, yeah. Halo on me, Sailor Rock, yeah. Got me when it's cool, yeah. Keep one, move, yeah. You my little baby boo, yeah. I love you like my favorite color blue, yeah. Real spill, yeah. I would rather be a broke, real, little rich. Fall in love with her. She just wanna be in VIP with her. Don't blame me, oh, they just shame me.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a rematch of the NFC Championship game between two young competitive teams. It's Carson Palmer going up against Cam Newton. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators. Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Now the veteran kicker Phil Dawson ready to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Here's Newton now on second down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones. from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Third and long, it's Newton. And some space here. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go to Johnson again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Palmer. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They hand off to their big tight end. They find some open field here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Palmer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Brandon, this is an example of good defense here. He's got nobody open down the field, so he does the right thing and tries to check it down to his running back out of the backfield. But a lot of times, you just expect the safety valve to be open. And here, that's not the case, and it turns into an interception.
I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
David Johnson on his way. He's at the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 85 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw on second down is Newton. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And his guys are able to strike for 6. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in those situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Again, it's Johnson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Here's Palmer to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They go play action here on 1st down. Where is this play going? And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Corey Peters. He's the one that finally ends up corralling him, and my goodness, that is a disastrous loss. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Morrow in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. 1 minute 53 ticks left to go in this first half. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again. Here's Carson Palmer heading back onto the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're looking for. Now we're talking about interceptions versus completions. That's not a ratio should ever be in any discussion.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw is Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Palmer. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Bruce Arians with a decision to make it. He's made it. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Palmer. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down. Down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Palmer cool under pressure as he rallies his guys to the line of scrimmage. Here's Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Picked off by Captain Mutterland. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set to go again, here's Carson Palmer heading back onto the field. So far, this has to feel like a horrible dream for him. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 interceptions.
Now, this will test him mentally. This is going to test his mettle and test his fortitude because once you've thrown those 3, you start to feel sorry for yourself. But you can't do that. There's more football to be played. Let's talk about Jason Garrett, the coach of the Cowboys, and he mentioned at one point Tony Romo threw 5 interceptions in a game, but it turned out to be one of the better games he played because he rallied down the stretch and took him to victory.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. Fitzgerald's got it right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. Man open left side is Brown. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Palmer. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by James Bradbury. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again, here's Carson Palmer heading back onto the field. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
I used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They go play action with Palmer. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, Palmer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Addison in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now Palmer on third and long. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Andy Lee now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Carolina getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. A swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A very solid gain of 27. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost...
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And Cam able to take it himself in for the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
David Johnson on his way. The 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage, just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
5 yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll try the air now with Newton. It's caught by Funchess. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not, with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first as they bring him down at the 28-yard line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
And sure consistent. The numbers the last couple years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Flushed out right, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. On first down, it's Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the dump off at second down. Now Palmer to throw on second down. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now it's Palmer. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The two old workhorses, Palmer and Fitzgerald, connecting there for a Cardinal first. Now Palmer on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Caught right side, Gresham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Palmer will throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Mario Addison in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Palmer. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K'Wan Short coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6 and 10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners, they gave up a lot of big plays.
Forced out to his left. Now a desperation. And now here is another interception. Picked by Darryl Worley. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Carlos Dansby coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Throwing on third down, Newton. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles...